0. Now, our very own forensic scientist Xanthe Mallett is next. And Xanthe, you've been investigating a puzzling 3-year-old cold case.
That's right, Sandra. It's a murder that's both perplexing and terribly, terribly sad. A young woman's remains found in the notorious Belanglo State Forest. But who she is, how she got there, and who killed her remain a mystery.
A lot of people think just bones when they think of a forensic anthropologist, whereas I look at historical research.
So this type of jewel burial, have you ever seen anything like it before?
No.
Glance off there and just cut you just enough to break your cheek.
Was this the only individual from this site that was face down?
Mm-hmm. Even though they're only young, they're only 17, 18 years of age, I mean, this is, their last hope. What was your reaction when you first saw him?
Oh. Look what it's done to the metal on the front. You can see what it would do to a body if it would do that to metal.
Huh.
I'm not an archaeologist by training. I don't go out every day looking at archaeological populations and burial sites, but to me this seems a very unusual population.
So a facial approximation artist has taken Angel's skull and built the soft tissues onto that. And as some hair was actually found with the remains that was very distinct lengths, then they've actually built that into the approximation that's then publicised. It's not meant to be a photographic likeness, but hopefully it will jog somebody's memory. But what I would say is if she did wear her hair back, you would notice the width of her lower face. She's quite broad, so that may be something that's going to be important in identifying her.
We're actually quite deep into the forest now, aren't we? How far from the road are we going?
We have to go in about 8 or 9 kilometres.
That's quite a long way. I can't really imagine a young girl walking all this way.
What else do we know about her in terms of her, biographic information?
The only other thing we know about her is her height, which has been, once again, estimated between 150 and 165 centimetres tall.
There is some initial information indicating the individual may have been of East Asian origin. That doesn't quite gel with my idea of, this cowboy outback town.
You must need a really well-developed physique, but still be really agile.
How would you feel if you saw 10,000 French and Native Americans coming down Lake George?
Terrified.
So this is going to build up all the muscles down your neck, across your shoulders.
Yeah, that he would have been training with armour and chainmail since he was sort of 15.
That indicates probably that he was buried very quickly, and I guess you have to make the leap that somebody being buried, possibly died of disease, and one that would cause the most fear would be smallpox.
But until I have more kind of answers coming back from the science, basically I'm looking at any group of non-European descent. Sure. And importantly, we gave them back their faces as well, which I think is the really exciting bit when we've been doing all these tests. You can really see what they look like.